listen, everybody. Okay, great. And let's keep that energy up for your next comic. Please welcome to the stage, Michael.
So guys, Mike Doyle, good to be here. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I'm very, very happy. I'm curious to hear how many people celebrated Gay Pride this year. Very nice. Did you go to the parade?
No.
No. That's a hard no. I feel you. I'm not a parade person either. I just feel like that's a polite way of saying I'm not into day drinking ever since I got sober. I really don't enjoy parades. People get all spun up about can't get pride, and I'm like, I don't see the big deal. But like, honestly, like I'm Irish. I don't go to the St. Patrick's Day parade either. Question for the audience: which parade do you think you'd be more likely to get peed on in a non-consensual way? You're laughing because you know the answer. No context. It is St. Patrick's Day, right? Right? We're all on the same page. Because every time you go to St. Patrick's Day, you think it's going to be fine, right? But it's like 1 p.m., you're standing there watching marching bands go by. Little do you know, there's a guy behind you in a Vineyard Vines t-shirt, green Mardi Gras beads, and like a leprechaun hat who started doing Jaeger bombs with his frat brothers at like 9 a.m. So he doesn't know who he is or where the fuck he is. So whenever he's going to go, he's going to unzip and let go, and you're going to be standing there like, what the fuck? That's why there's so many more fights at St. Patrick's Day Parade. You and your family are much safer at the Gay Pride Parade. It's not my thing though, I'm not a parade person. The other thing that I find really funny that's controversial right now is Drag Queen Story Hour. Right? Oh yeah, people are real spun up about this, you know, and I'm just like, I don't see what, like, I feel like the same people that are upset about this are the same people who believe that climate change is fake and professional wrestling is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I can't have my child listening to a man in a dress reading The Hungry Little Caterpillar. I need to take that same child to an arena to listen to some big muscly rednecks play fighting in Speedos, because otherwise the child might grow up to be a woke homosexual. And when I hear people talk like that, I'm like, no one read to this man as a child. No one. He didn't get a bedtime story from anyone in any shows, okay? But I feel like that goes both ways because I feel like I have a bunch of queer friends now that like have kids, and I can't think of one of them that would let their kid go to like a professional wrestling story. Maybe like, nah bro, not with that greasy ass hair and that really creative facial hair. No, get away from my kid, But, let's see, I do, the one thing I do love about Gay Pride is seeing really cute lesbian couples with cute kids. I just fucking love it. It gives me hope for this world, you know, there's something very tender about it. But there's a twinge of sadness to it for me because I feel like I missed my chance to father a child for a cool lesbian couple. I did. I blew it. I was like 20. I was like way too young, way too Catholic. I was like, I don't know if I can, this seems cool, but I don't know if I can donate my genetic material. The story goes, I was interning in Paris at an AIDS nonprofit, and I worked for like the coolest lesbian ever, Marie. She came into work one day and she was like, you know, my wife and I were trying to conceive and we're looking for a sperm donor. So if you know anyone who'd be interested, you know, please let me know. And I remember thinking to myself, if this was the US, like I have a feeling this would be an HR situation. And like in Paris, it's just like Tuesday at your internship. And I really thought about it long enough, but I was like, I don't know how I feel. I was just like, had all that Catholic guilt still going. But then also part of me was like, I see a business opportunity here. Because I was like, can't you just go to a sperm bank? And she goes, no, they're illegal in France. And she was like, besides, you Americans, you make things way too complicated. She goes, tout ce qu'il faut, c'est un bon tasse de confiture, un pastel de dinde, et un homme vaillant. And I was like, all you need is a jelly jar of what? She takes a long drag off her cigarette, and because you could smoke at your desk, yeah, in Paris, in the good old days, and she goes, c'est un turkey pastel. And I was like, get out of town, no way. She's messing with me, right? And she goes, no, vraiment. And she pulls up a photo of a child that she helped a lesbian couple that she's friends with conceive in just such a fashion. And I was like, oh my Like, that's the panic. That's what you're witnessing. That's the panic attack. Yeah. So, but I was thinking, like, oh, crowd work, right? If you were to donate, we're back. Recovery in several senses of the word. Gentlemen in the audience, I don't care whether you're queer or not. What would you shout out a number? What would you charge a cool lesbian couple to donate your sperm to them? Anyway, 15,000. Okay, top shelf.
50K.
50, 50. Okay. I feel like someone in this room is gonna outbid that man. So okay, what do you got?
2,000.
2,000. Okay. 3. Very nice. Very nice. That's good. That's service. I like that. I knew I liked you. You just outbid what was going to be my lowest bid, because I was going to say, if you can't do better than those two, like, I know gays who would do that shit for drink tickets. You could have an adorable new baby for the price of a vodka soda. And frankly, I'm pretty sure that if you threw in a bottle of poppers, Troye Sivan would be down to give you twins. I wasn't sure if anyone's get that reference. I'm really, really glad you did. But yeah, no, I have an update. I Googled since last week's class, believe it or not, and sperm banks are now legal in France. But get this, there is a sperm shortage. Yeah, why? Because A, it is illegal to donate sperm for money, and B, it is illegal to import sperm to France from other countries. So, 20 years later, I still see a business opportunity. I feel like the smuggling is gonna be the easy part. Like, my bags are packed. I'm good to go. Like, that's no problem, airport security, we good, But, I feel like, by a show of hands, it is still illegal, so we gotta be careful. Would anyone be interested in joining me in a life of crime? Because I will run the business side of things, but I do not want to manage the clinic, because let's face it, the only people who are going to want to work there are going to be gay men. Which means you, as general manager, are going to be busting into exam rooms 6 times a day going, spit that out, spit that out. That is not how we collect the samples. Did you even watch the training video? We're gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich. Okay, that's good. That works, and I recovered. So that's yeah. This is my first show in Brooklyn. I see a light. Okay, that's good. That's a relief coming soon. First show in Brooklyn. I feel like my mom passed away. I feel like she'd be very proud of me for leaning into this discomfort to do this for all of you. You don't grumble with a Brooklyn mom because my mom grew up in South Brooklyn, so she would hang out like with rough kids at the candy shop and just like tell us these stories about her like guy friends getting in fights where they're like on roller skates, with baseball bats, and we were like, my brother and I growing up, we were like, Mom sounds hardcore. We were like, Mom, were you in a gang? And she was like, nah, we weren't that hardcore. We took cabs to Rumbles. So my dad is a country boy. He grew up upstate. Lovely guy, great sense of humor. I remember Raised Us Right. One day growing up, I was reading one of my school books. I think I was in like 2nd grade, and I saw 2 different words, and I couldn't tell the difference. And I was like, Dad, what's the difference between monogamy and monotony? And he doesn't even look up, and he goes, couldn't tell you. My mother's like, I heard that. Yeah, I'll stop there. Thanks, everyone.
One more time for Michael, everybody. That's great, that's great. All right, let's keep this energy up. Let's start clapping for our next comic.